Hi, my name is Sam Angel. I'm from Golden, Colorado, and I'm a Micah Project intern at Alternatives for Community Environment in Roxbury, Massachusetts. And this is kind of a funny story how I decided to come to life together. It actually came down to a coin flip. After college, I decided I wanted to do a year of service somewhere, doing something to really live out my theology that I had spent 4 years creating in classrooms. And so I applied to 3 programs in the Episcopal Service Corps and got into all 3. And so that became the hardest decision I had to make in a very long time. I narrowed it down to 2, either Boston or New Orleans. And I went around campus for a solid week before I had a noon deadline on Thursday to call New Orleans and tell them whether I was going to come there or whether I was not going to. And so I went around campus asking everyone I knew, just Boston or New Orleans, Boston or New Orleans, not really taking note of what they said, but sort of just getting a general feeling. The day of the decision, I went to breakfast asking that question, still completely confused. I'd go from one to the other in a 5-minute span. So I went to my chaplain, who had sort of introduced me to the Episcopal Service Corps, and asked her where I should go. And we talked for about an hour and a half. And as I was leaving her office, I was like, I am going to the program in New Orleans. It's going to happen that way. And I walked across campus to tell the news to my academic advisor and another one of the religion faculty who I had been talking to about it. And they both had spent a significant amount of time in Boston. And so we talked for about 2 hours, and I came out convinced I was going to Boston. Walked across campus, ran into a friend, we talked for about 15 minutes, and I had no idea anymore. So it's about 11:30 that day, and I have to make the call at noon. So I'm walking outside on my college campus, and a friend at lunch had told me, why don't you just flip a coin? And it was sort of a joke, and so I actually flipped a coin, and flipped the coin and landed on New Orleans, and I was disappointed, and that was my heart telling me to come to Boston. And so I think it's been the best decision I could have made for this year. And I found many things rewarding about this experience. I find the work that I do at ACE, which is a nonprofit not affiliated with the church, to be very rewarding about learning people's stories about how environmental injustice has affected their lives and taking steps and actions towards righting those wrongs and making the community a better place to live in. I've also expanded my knowledge of theology from experiential learning, not just reading about theology in a book, but actually experiencing God's love in the world. And I definitely think that the coin spoke to me and spoke to my heart. And so, yeah.